feel love all around me. That's where I gather my strength, and I think the next movement, the next part for me in this movement is to lend my voice and my presence to equality and to speak up for that.
I think that we have a really important role as straight allies, and I think that we have a really important role as married people. We are the people who are supposed to be so threatened by our gay and lesbian neighbors and friends. So I try to be out as a straight married ally as often as I ever get the opportunity, and we try to do financial support when we can. You know, support organizations like Wingspan and LGBT organizations that are fighting the battle, because they know how to do the political things and that are not my realm. My realm of experience is being a married person, and I want someone to tell me what the threat is. What's the fear?
As a filmmaker, I find my strength in storytelling, and whether it's this topic, whether it's another film that we're working on, it's a look at Islam, the changing face of Islam, as told through the stories of 7 different women around the planet. I find my strength as an activist in that, as a storyteller, I can affect the viewer and hopefully open their heart.
Well, anytime that my drive flags on this, all I have to do is just consider what will happen if either one of us has to go back in the hospital. What will happen when the day comes, and it will, that one of us dies. We're both have very different opinions on religion from our parents and the siblings. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Are we going to have to fight anybody, people that we love, so that our wishes can be done? When my drive flags, when I get tired, that I stop and I think about those things, and it renews me. It makes it immediate, and I know I have to do it. As far as what I'm continuing to do is to speak out. In the film, one of my favorite things there was when they were talking about people getting out and telling their stories to the people they know. And I'm reminded, and I know it's getting to be such a cliche after the Oscars, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to reference Harvey Milk, so just, okay. But I'm reminded back in the 70s when the call was to come out. The call now is to talk. People who are in relationships, gay couples who are in relationships, need to talk to their friends, to their neighbors, to their co-workers. I've stopped referring to Michael as my partner. And that came about because of someone else here in town that I'm sure Kaz knows well, John Majak, who also was married in California. And in conversations and listening to John speak at things like this too, which we often speak together, he convinced me that it's time for me to stop selling my relationship short. Sure, I don't have the paperwork, but I'm as married to Michael as Sandy up there is married to Jeff, or Kathy is married to Ray. We're a married couple. God knows anyone who's ever been out to dinner with us knows we're a married couple. In 10 minutes with us, we're a married couple. You know, I stopped referring to him as my partner. He's my husband. It's that simple. We're married in everything but by permission of the state, and that's coming. We've turned the corner on that. So I feel in my heart that we're on the way. It won't be as long as I thought it was going to be even 6 months ago. Just in the past couple weeks, the things that have happened. Iowa. As I was telling Kaz earlier, I said that was as shocking when I read that as if somebody had said it was South Carolina. And I was just like, Iowa? You know, we've really turned the corner on it. Peter Sprague with the American Family Association recently made a comment where he said that it is imperative that they fight us every step of the way because, and again, I'm kind of paraphrasing here because I don't remember exactly, it was because down the road it will be easier for everyone to accept gay marriage. And in that I heard he knew he had lost. He's fighting just a delaying action. He knows he's lost. They know they've lost. They have no hope. What they're doing now is just making the last battles bloody. And it's only a matter of time. So that gives me strength, that gives me hope, and yeah, I know the day's coming. We just have to keep fighting for it.
Before I answer your question, if anyone hasn't YouTubed and seen Portia de Grassi's thing on what the hurt is, it's hysterical. She talks about the people that she has hurt by marrying Ellen DeGeneres, and is just incredibly sad about that. The woman who held up the sign and got paper cuts and all sorts of things. So YouTube that because it's a riot.
What's the name of it again?
If you just YouTube on Portia de Grassi, it will come up, and it's a riot. What I am doing now in going forward for marriage equality is basically to live my life. My kids are my strength because they're my future. And so what I do is, we go to our public school family night as a family with my kindergartner and my 5th grader. My wife is the homeroom mom for our 5th graders class. We are active in the school. The principal knows us by name, and that is what I do. We make sure that our kids and our kids' friends and their parents know that we are a family and we are a couple, and we live our life that way. And I think that's really the best thing that I can do at this point to forward marriage equality. Incidentally, Iowa was one of the first states that recognized the rights of blacks and whites to marry as well. So they do have a history of that.